bloody day for Hezbollah, tensions with Israel soar. A local Hezbollah official, Hussein Yazbek, has been killed along with 8 other members of the group in Israeli strikes on Wednesday amid Lebanese border clashes. Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah says his fighters are not afraid of war, but avoided any declaration that his forces would escalate attacks against Israel in his first speech since Saleh al-Aruri was killed by an Israeli drone strike in Beirut. International Court of Justice confirms South Africa and Israel will deliver oral arguments in public hearings on January 11th, 12 regarding genocide charge. Local Hezbollah official reported among 9 members killed in latest Israeli attacks on southern Lebanon. Humanitarian agencies unable to deliver aid north of Wadi Gaza, in the central part of the Palestinian enclave, for past 3 days, UN. A Palestinian man was reported shot and killed by Israeli forces during military raid on Tamun town in the occupied West Bank. Dozens of arrests reported in occupied West Bank's Tulkarem and Nur Shams refugee camps as Israeli military raid enters second day. Israeli attacks killed 20 Palestinians in Gaza's southern city of Khan Yunis. At least 22,313 people have been killed and at least 57,296 wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since October 7th. The revised death toll from Hamas's October 7th attack in Israel stands at 1,139. Hamas leader killed in Beirut. Hezbollah chief calls it Israeli aggression. Israel's war with Hamas reached Beirut when it targeted and killed Hamas's deputy leader Saleh al-Aruri in a drone strike in a suburb of the Lebanese capital that is a Hezbollah stronghold. In so doing, Israel has crossed a line. Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah has promised that Israel's crime will not go unpunished. Palestinians conduct elaborate ambushes, battling behind Israeli front lines in Gaza. Monitors Palestinian fighters are continuing to do battle behind the Israeli military's forward lines of advance in Gaza City, and are fighting to stop Israel forces clearing the Daraj and Tufa neighborhoods of the city, war monitors said. The U.S.-based Institute for the Study of War and the Critical Threats Project said that Hamas fighters are surveilling Israeli forces using drones and that smaller Palestinian groups carried out an elaborate ambush on Israeli soldiers near the al-Shati refugee camp in northern Gaza. Palestinian fighters also claimed to have shot down Israeli drones, the monitors said. The Al-Qassam brigades claimed that it seized an Israeli drone south of Zaytun neighborhood in the southern Gaza Strip on January 3rd. The militia fired anti-tank rockets at Israeli armor in Sheikh Ijlan neighborhood, where Israeli forces have not reported on clearing operations since mid-November, the monitors said. Intense ground fighting is also continuing around Khan Yunis in the south of the Gaza Strip, they added. Israeli military raid on West Bank refugee camps enters second day. Dozens of arrests have been reported in the occupied West Bank's Tulkarem and Nur Shams refugee camps, where an Israeli military raid has entered its second day. Residents say Israeli forces beat local people and damaged homes as they raided civilian houses, acting like crazy people, kicking down doors and subjecting Palestinian residents to violent interrogations. Palestinian killed, many arrests in Israeli raids on homes in occupied West Bank, report. The Palestinian state news agency, Wafa, is reporting that a 29-year-old Palestinian man was shot and killed by Israeli forces during a military raid on Tamun town in the occupied West Bank. The victim was reportedly shot in the back amid clashes as local Palestinian youths attempted to resist Israeli military raids on several homes. Strong explosions were heard repeatedly, Wafa said of the raid in Tamun. Israeli occupation forces also conducted raids and arrested Palestinians in the following locations. 3 people were arrested in Husan town, to the west of Bethlehem City, and raids were conducted in areas of Bethlehem City and the town of Beit Fajar to the south. 2 young Palestinians were arrested in raids on Bidya town, west of Salfit City. 2 people were arrested in Ramallah City, and raids were conducted on the town of Beit Rima to the northwest. 1 arrest was made in the village of Beit Amin, south of Qalqilia City, and a photographer with the Wafa news agency was arrested amid raids in Tulkarem City and the nearby Tulkarem and Nur Shams refugee camp. Several towns and districts in Nablus Governorate and City were raided, as well as Tuba City, Hebron City, and Dura Town in the south, Surif Town in the north, and Beit Ula to the west of Hebron.